Okay, so a quick rundown on. Oh my God. Okay, so a quick rundown on this really, really fast because I'm gonna get more in depth when I talk about it during the overall show review. Mercedes Moné, she makes her debut. She comes out, they start this whole CEO chant that's like now going within her entrance. It's like one of those, like how WWE, they'll like force something ever since like the whole Sami Zayn Olay chants and stuff like that. They now put stuff in people's music in order to get the crowd riled up, in order to force them to have a chant, a battle cry behind them, whether it's about Seth Rollins and his, cringy, whoa stuff. They're not starting to do it with Becky Lynch. Well, now they're going to do it with Sasha Banks with the whole CEO stuff, right? It's actually kind of cringe. It's really, really, really cringe. But I gotta say, Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné, she looks sexier than she. And I'm not really into skinny girls like that, but she looks bad. At first, with the way her costume was designed, I was looking at her hips. I swear to God, for a second, I thought she had a BBL, but apparently not, because she took off that coat and it's like, oh no, you still have the same body frame. But regardless, though, she comes out to the ring. She stands there. She starts to talk. She's going on about her brother and her circumstances that kind of built her up to this point in professional wrestling. Completely, obviously, that she's not going to reflect off her WWE career. Why would she do that? She's talking about all her times as far as chaotic wrestling and her coming up, as far as I never knew she dropped out of school. That's crazy. To take care of her brother. And all this stuff, because I'm the same age as Mercedes, so it's just kind of wild to me to think that someone dropped out of school at the age of 13. I don't know. My mom would have killed me, because if we're the same age, I'm presuming that she would have dropped out like in, 2005 or 2006. That's crazy, because I was 13 at that time, too, and I really can't see myself doing something like that without my mom not, murdering me. But regardless, though, she goes on to talk about, the future, what's going to happen, how she can't wait to, chop it up with all the women backstage. And she specifically singled out Willow Nightingale, which I was very much afraid that she was going to do, because I wish she would just go directly into a big feud. But of course, the AEW faithful people are going to be like, "What, Devontae? You don't understand. You can't just throw her into the deep end right away. You got to build her up." No, you don't. You really don't. You really, really don't. You could have broken up the monotony by doing that, by not doing something. You did it with CM Punk. Don't want to see it with Mercedes. But she ended it off with saying that, she's now the CEO. In a very similar way with how Britt Baker does the whole DMD gimmick. So I'm very curious as to how that's going to play out. I don't know if Britt Baker's going to take too kindly to that. Don't be surprised that later on you start hearing through the wrestling echo chambers that Britt Baker and Sasha Banks are butting heads right now. But if you want to get more of a detailed analysis, if you will, come check out the AEW review when I upload it 30 minutes after the show, and then we'll talk about it more. But yeah, that's her debut.